growing up, I've always had that super dry skin, and so has my mom. We both kind of had the same struggles with our skin. So she tried the bag balm. I would do the overnight gloves. We always had Vaseline, Eucerin, Nivea. I remember all of those products in our house growing up, and we both used them constantly. So what's funny is that she's the one that came to me to say, hey, Renee, have you seen this thing called a lotion bar? Because it was somebody who had given it to her at a farmer's market from Colorado. She used it, and it was the one thing that helped her skin. And I'm thinking, never heard of it. Let me go Google it. Okay, I actually found a recipe as I'm Googling. This is back in 2008. I Googled it. I found a list in some just obscure soap forum. I found a recipe that had just 3 ingredients. Actually, the forum had probably about 20 different lotion bar recipes. I just kind of went through until I could find one that had the fewest ingredients and something that I could easily get from my own natural food store. So I did. I actually found beeswax, coconut oil, and shea butter at our natural food store. I went, got the ingredients, enough just to make what's the equivalent of maybe like 2 bars of soap. I mean, it was just that size, just a very small amount. And I went in the kitchen, I followed the directions, I heated them, melted it, poured it into some kind of a mold. Probably back then it was probably just ice cube trays because I was making a whole bunch. And then let that set. I was just kind of intrigued with the novelty. I thought that's kind of cool. I don't know why they would call it a lotion bar. It's not lotion at all, but it works like a lotion. So that part made sense. And then the next day I just popped them out, tried it in my skin, and let me tell you, when you're used to constantly having to put Band-Aids on your skin, and when you're used to having those little cuts and splits, so that when you're trying to cut any kind of a citrus or onions, the juice from those fruits sting like crazy. That's where I was at before. I applied this all over my hands, and my hands just felt so soft and smooth. It was just like, okay, that's great, but can this feel this way all day long? Because I'm used to trying different lotions that could kind of feel really good on. They might make my hands kind of feel silky, and I can still get right back to the work that I've been doing. But how about a few hours later? Do I need to reapply it? Is this going to take care of my skin issues? Let me tell you that after reapplying it a few different times during the day, those little cuts that were plaguing my skin with pain were starting to feel better. And within a few days, they were totally gone. And I could get back into bread baking that I love to do, but the salt from the bread would just like ooze into my fingers and it would kill. That went away. My skin was totally healed. And then the beauty of this, which kind of made it feel like it was a miracle bar, to be honest, was that my son, who had struggled with some seasonal eczema, his hands were so raw and red from his eczema that it hurt him too. He would sometimes help in the kitchen, but he couldn't even wash his hands without that kind of pain. And so he used the bar. He got some immediate relief as far as getting that eczema to not hurt his skin so badly. And then within a few days, the same thing. His skin was feeling so much better. It brought so much relief to that eczema. And so that's how we started. It was something actually that my mom and I, having the same probably genetic problem with our skin being so dry, and then living in a dry climate, and then having winter skin be even worse during the winter, and then our heels just getting splits and cuts in the summer from walking around barefoot. But then just one solution with just 3 ingredients is what helped both of us get our hands back. And especially if you're one that depends on your hands for getting the work done with your raising kids, or you're chopping wood, whatever you're using your hands for, you need them to work for you. And so that's why I get so excited talking about the lotion bar, because it has really honestly helped my skin and thousands of other people who have tried it and left testimonials on our website as well. So that's how we got started in the business. It was just 3 ingredients at your natural food store. It's something you could make at home too. All you would need to do is get those 3 ingredients, equal amounts of all 3, melt it down, pour it into some kind of a mold, like those little muffin pans. Those are perfect. They're small, so you have it just perfect to have one person get a small amount, and that would last them for probably an entire month of use. So they're so easy, so wonderful, and they will solve your skin problem.